And then, folks, once again, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and my feet ain't left the ground. The main event of this program was the multiple girl belt title match with Mercedes Mone and Yuka Sakazaki. And Mercedes came out with all four of her Play Promotion belts. Together, they weigh more than she does. And here came Yuka, who is the magical girl. And she's dressed like Barbara Eden and I Dream of Jeannie for all you 60 to 75-year-old perverts out there. And this was the main event of the television program. And they even had Smiley Roberts do the ring introductions. And it's 10 minutes till 10. So everybody pretty much knows, well, no, we don't even usually watch the end of the program, but sometimes they have an angle, but no, what the fuck? And Yuka, it sounded to me like got a bigger pop than Mercedes because they they bore booed her like, And this got an overrun. They started out saying we're going to stay with this match until the conclusion when they started doing the overruns. And it was great if it was a big main event title match or if it was done even a couple of times a month or what, but they were doing it as a ratings ploy to try to grab what do we figure one time? 10 or 11,000 people onto their average. And at one point they did a 20-something minute overrun, but lately it's been 5, 6, 7 minutes. But now they got the Joe Schmo show. That important piece of television real estate is following this program. So they're getting 5 minutes and boom, and they need to get out of there because they don't want the hoes to miss Joe Schmo. So they must be contractually obligated now to get an overrun, because if there was ever a match that didn't deserve a network scheduling change, it would be this one. Wouldn't you agree, Brian? Have I soapboxed too much?
Again, if Joe Schmo's a priority, why would you have this overrun? Because the overruns never really, every now and then they do, but they never really gain viewers. So you're driving out more people before.
Well, remember, they used to gain some when they started doing it. It was kind of a unique deal, and it was something that, and now it's like, no, they expect it. And they don't want to see it. I don't know what happened in this match.
Mercedes won. Mercedes moaned on.
Well, I was fast forwarding until I either saw some other talent involved in an angle because I didn't want to get false finished like Raw the other night, or Joe Schmo, and I saw Joe Schmo. So,
have you been watching it? Is it any good? I haven't watched it yet.
I hadn't got a chance to devote any time to it yet, but the description sounds better than AEW.
I wonder if they can get him, like book him for some appearances. It would probably help them if they can announce Joe Schmo will be here next week on the show.
I think they have to wait until Joe finds out at the end of this series that he's a schmo, because at the first part of it, they're working him, right? He doesn't know he's a schmo yet. He hadn't been schmoed. He hadn't been schmofied.
All right. Well, that was AEW Dynamite in Huntsville.
We've been schmofied.